What's going on, everybody? Mr. Mugen here today, and this is the Mugen Market Watch with our NBA Top Shot 101 series. And today we will be talking about more about rookie badges and what they mean, what they're worth, and not just that, but there's also other badges that were introduced as well. For example, um, the Top Shot moment, the first moment that was minted within Top Shot as far as players. And why does that bring that value? Why is that important? All these questions have been asked quite a lot, especially for newer people that are coming into the platform, and not just that, but even people who are even more experienced um, in the platform within NBA Top Shot as well too. Just because this is something new that they've added, new aesthetics, so yeah, without further ado, let's hop into this video. And as I mentioned before, these questions, are generally asked in my Discord, or even, sometimes when you're just, looking it up online, or these are questions that I ponder myself as well too. So that's why I think it's important to make the video. So why are rookie badges important? As far as what are my thoughts on it? Well, I mean, they released them last night, and me personally, at first, I thought that they were a little bit underwhelming. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest about that, right? I was like, man, I mean, they're cool, they look nice, but then, you know, because prices didn't jump or anything like that, or or prices have already jumped, if anything, in anticipation of the rookie badges being announced. And some people thought that the moments would actually uh, be worth more, or or prices would jump even more with the badges being introduced. But very similar to sports cards, NBA Top Shot is actually based on hype as well too, right? And it's a good thing and a bad thing, but that's what drives, and sometimes in stocks as well too. Like, for example, when they announce, like, for example, like two companies that are going to be merging, or not just that, but and even in crypto, like when Elon Musk, uh, when he tweeted out that his company Tesla was going to buy $1.25 billion worth of 1.25 billion dollars worth of Bitcoin, so little things like that does come into play. So why is it so that's why, like, we saw prices jump prior to when Roham, the CEO of Dapper, announced it. We saw right away that people were jumping on and they were buying moments, like, for example, Cole Anthony here. He jumped from like 20 to 40 bucks, on he got close to like 50, and then started to trend down again and then went back up. I haven't been tracking this moment as much, but some of the people in my Discord, they've been tracking some other rookie moments that I haven't been, because I was already, like, for me personally, I already knew. Been anticipating it for a while. We've known that rookie badges were coming, so I've already been collecting these guys, or holding on to some of these guys for a while now. So, in anticipation of that, but for some people that were newer, that were coming in, they're like, "Oh snap! What are these rookie badges? Why are they important?" So why are they important, right? For example, these 4,000 accounts, I think it's really cool that they have that. This is their first rookie moment that was minted here in NBA Top Shot. That's what the TS stands for, and I'll talk about a little bit more about that in just a minute, and to why that's also important as well too, especially for the rookie, included with the rookie badges, right? So we knew that all the 4,000 accounts were going to be getting all three rookie badges, because it counted as their first, I think, first play, I believe. Or, just give me one second here. Yeah, if like, if they meet the requirement of, like, the first moment ever minted. No, I don't believe. Wait, hold on. Okay, see the rookie moment and the rookie year, and I think the rookie play. I think that would be the third one. And then, so why is that important? I think for, like, players like, Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball, that have that higher potential, higher ceiling. That's what people are betting on. It is a risk, yes. But you're looking just at talent, and you're looking at speculation and belief, and play style. You could break it down to as many things as you want to, as far as investing in a player, or just buying their moment to actually flip, or hold, or whatever. So, but these, you have to take into account all these little factors to see why you value this player over another player, or value one moment over another, right? So having these badges here, if we compare Anthony Edwards' 4,000 moment to his this moment, see, like, now it's not as aesthetically appeasing to your average, your collectors, your true collectors, if anything, because now, and not just that, count number also plays into a factor. But since we're just talking about badges, then I think now this badge here, and now this badge also has the first moment ever minted in NBA Top Shot, which also plays a factor. So it just gives it that more value, that more and then not just that, when you're coming into the market, someone that's new, it's an identifier. It's like a logo, or a sub, or like a sub brand, so for example, you have Pepsi, and they have the Pepsi Corp, or the Coca-Cola Corp, and they have sub brands of other drinks that that may have the Pepsi logo on it, on like on the back or something like that, but it's like Mountain Dew or something like that, and it's its own brand, sub brand. So it's like an identifier, a logo, that you can actually just go and you can just look at, and don't have to do the research. And especially for these guys here, having being the first rookie class to get that this triple rookie badge here, to qualify for all three badges, it's going to bring it value even more. I've talked to people that come from like more of the sports cards world, and they value this very highly. I value it very highly. I mean, at first I was like, it's okay, but then as I started to look more, as I start to browse the NBA Top Shot marketplace more, and having these identifiers here, now you don't have to go and Google. Or now you don't have to go do additional research to, as, oh, was this their first rookie moment, or was this their first Top Shot moment, and or is this their first play that was ever minted? And let me talk more about that as well too. So if you think that I'm bringing you any value at this moment, definitely please do like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button, as I do make content daily. And now I want to go and talk about the Common Set Series 1. And actually, you know what, let me actually talk about this one first. So then that way we can um, learn a little bit more about these badges, and why they're important, right? Because some people were asking, why would I want to collect someone like Mo Bamba, or why would someone want to invest in somebody like, that might not have any potential to be great, anything or anything like that, right? Some people are just collectors. Like, for example, I collect Goran Dragic, who isn't the greatest player, but there's things that I like about his, I have my own personal reasons. I remember when I started with sports cards, there's one guy that reached out to me that through a Facebook group, and he's like, "Oh yeah, do you have this player?" I forgot what the player's name is, but he was on the Clippers for a while, but the dude's kid, he actually collected him because they went to the same college or something like that, or they went to like his alma mater or something of that that was the reason. But one guy I want to check out here that I didn't know, is that this is quite interesting here. I know it's a Hollow Max here, and it's a lot more expensive than most, than what people can afford. But I think RJ Barrett is one of the people that have I forgot how it worked, because I read an article right here on Moments Ranked, and they were talking about how RJ Barrett, his hollow moment was receiving, yeah, his hollow moment here. He is, I think, from the 2019 rookie class that actually has this, that He gets all three rookie badges as well as his Top Shot debut moment. So I think that's something that's really cool there. I think he might be the only one. So you might see the value of this moment go up over time. And not just that, but RJ Barrett's actually a decent player. He's been doing rather well this year. He's a starter on the Knicks, and not just, I think he's a starter. And not just that, but the Knicks have been doing rather well this year too. So he is getting a lot of attention. So I think over time, this moment particularly might even double or triple in value just because of having that badge. Once more collectors come into the market as well too, you really have to think about it as a collector standpoint. And then another reason why I want to one other thing I want to talk about really and emphasize on it is actually just the first mint Top Shot moment, right, badge, right, that we have here. And I want to focus on the series one, just because there was something that I was actually I started to look at, because series one, of course, is the first series that was ever minted on NBA Top Shot. So of course you're going to see a lot of the TS debut badges here, but not everyone will have that here as well too, because some players have multiple moments, like more known players. So for example, we can look at LeBron James, and this also in like their higher tier moments, like their hollow moments and other moments, um, they will have this the TS debut moment, the debut badge here as well too. So for example, now it's very easy. We know that LeBron James here has actually four moments that was minted within the first series, and now it's a lot easier to just identify, like, okay, why is this one more expensive when these two are both meant to count it at LE, and you have to take it from like someone that's new that just came into the market. Now you can easily identify this and not have to really do the research. It's there's value added. Yeah, it's value added, right? And it's just a lot more aesthetically pleasing. Now that you're comparing, you're looking at all his other moments here, you're like, okay, what does this TS moment, this TS symbol here stand for? And I think that's it has value. I like it because now that we can do that, we're just looking at LeBron James here. So let's say what I was doing the other day was like, you know what? I'm trying to look for undervalued moments in the series one, just because in the long term, they're more valued more than just the second series. And then the second series will be more valued than the third one, just because of mint time, like they're minted before. So that's very basic information. And another reason why this rookie, this TS debut badge actually matters, and I'm going to go back and compare it to sports cards, right? So I'll talk about this a little bit more, and then of why this matters, right? So with sports cards, in 2012, there were Panini printed out two types of cards that got very, very popular, right? It was the Panini Prisms, which are well known, widely collected by the your average collector that we can afford, right? So for example, we have the Panini Prisms here, and we also have the Panini Selects here, but I will talk more about just the Prism because the Prisms are more highly sought after, right? So why are the Prisms highly sought after? Well, for some, LeBron James, for an example, like LeBron James will never have a rookie Prism card, because LeBron James came into the league in 2003. He came in 2003. So back then they had Topps Chrome, they had Bowman Chrome, they had other cards that were being manufactured with different companies that had different licensing, and that's why licensing matters in NBA Top Shot. Um, that uh, that Dapper has that licensing, that exclusive. I think it's exclusive licensing to these moments, because then that way, it backs them up. Knowing that, okay, if the NBA is backing up Dapper, then and then they're a multi-billion company, that company of the NBA brand is worth like hundreds of billions of dollars that they generate over a year. So if you look at it that way, if the NBA trusts them, there's that trust factor, trust, and then people value that. Now you don't have to go and be like, okay, is the NBA can we trust the NBA? No, the NBA already in itself is already a brand, and this Panini Prism here is kind of like a brand. I mean, like kind of like the best brand that you can find as far as cars, or what's sought after, or what collectors see as aesthetically pleasing. And why do I talk about collectors a lot? Well, because collectors are going to be the people that are going to be buying whatever you buy. If you're an investor, a flipper, or a collector yourself, or a combination of the three, these are the guys or ladies that are going to be purchasing these, and these are the guys and ladies that will be wanting, that won't mind paying X amount of money for those moments. And your whatever moments or whatever cards you have, it's only worth as much as someone is willing to pay them. So if someone is not willing to pay that amount, you're just sitting on cardboard. You're just sitting on, you're just looking at a highlight, if you really want to like take it down to that. So this is the first year of Prism, right? So why is that important? Because LeBron James won't ever have a Prism rookie card, but a rookie card that is Prism. So what collectors are starting to do is that they're like, so now, because this is such a sought after brand, the Prism brand, that they're like, okay, this is the first year. So technically, this is the first year that LeBron James is minted or is printed in this card. So people hold that with value. As you can see, this PSA 10 here is worth about, I mean, it's a best offer. But you can kind of get an idea of what people are willing to pay, or even at a raw, even raw is still worth quite a bit. As you can see here, 9 hours left, and it's sitting at $200 already. And this is actually worth more than some of his rookie cards that aren't graded. They're lower end rookie cards, like for example, LeBron James rookie exclusive. But if we take NBA Top Shot as a platform, if we look at NBA Top Shot as Prism, or on a Panini Prism, then that's where there is that value of having that, just having that badge there to identify that, like, okay, that's LeBron James' first moment ever minted in NBA Top Shot, which is the platform. And and then especially if you get that first one, it's just going to hold more value, because first is highly valued in NBA Top Shot, like the rookie cards, the rookie moments, that's highly valued as a collector. And then we also want to talk about, I also wanted to mention selects as well too. Why? Because Select was also printed the same year as Prism, and it's a lower minted card compared to a lower printed card compared to NBA Prisms. I mean the Prisms. So there is that value. The quality is almost the same as Prism, but because Prism was more started to become more sought after, they printed more Prism than they printed more Selects. And not just that, but Select is only hobby boxes, so you can almost kind of think about it as, it's still, yes, it's common, but more of like a higher tier common to me, especially just because there's less that are minted. And in collecting, scarcity and rarity is is something that people really look into. So now we look into the common base here, as far as these debuted badges. And thank you for watching for this long. If you stayed for this long, I know I rambled on just a little bit there, but I really wanted people to really understand, like, okay, why does this really matter? Just the Top Shot debut badges, which I like it more than just a little bit more than the rookie badges, although the rookie badges are really cool and they look aesthetically very nice. But because this is a Top Shot platform, and if I'm looking at it from like that Prism, Panini Prism type of, compare it like that, then I'm going, and then if I'm going in here and I'm going to be collecting or buying the Common Series 1, I'm going to be just looking at anything with a badge. Now I don't have to worry about, oh, is this Karis LeVert's first debut moment in NBA Top Shot? No, so that's a buy. I mean, not like a purchase, but like, I'm not gonna even give that a second thought until I come back and so for like even Joel Embiid here, you're like, okay, that's his first moment that was minted here. So now I can just go look at Joel Embiid real quick here. Boom. Okay, so now he has two moments that was minted in series one. See, as you can see, um, even though this one is a higher mint count, um, just being this debut, the Top Shot debut, very similar to the NBA Prism there, that gives it just that more much is more value added, right? So now if I was to go in here now, it's just a lot more easier. Instead of having to go do the research, and we can look at other players like for example Giannis that has a lot more moments that are more sought after. These guys are, see, now you can just look at it real quick. All right, so why is this moment worth more? Now you don't have to question it. Boom, right there. Quick answer. A quick, simple, easy. And yes, this is minted at a lower count, but still, now you don't have to second guess yourself. It's already there. The information's there. You don't have to Google it. You don't have to jump on Discord to ask, people on Discord. You don't have, it's just there. It just makes it that much better. It just gives it that much value. It saves time. The brand, the logo, yeah, just it being there. And then if you wanted to just go even more in depth, or if you're just like, not, if you're not, because some people, they're not collecting certain just players, they're collecting sets, series. So instead of, now they're just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna go in here and then you're just looking at badges at this point. All right, so now we know that Michael Porter Jr. here, this is first, first Top Shot. Not just that, but also it's also, this play was meant to, so that this is rookie season. And then, just very, and the play is also from the rookie season. So just little things like that. I think it will appreciate, people will start to appreciate it over time. And I think that in value, it will also appreciate over time as well too, these badges. And you're starting to already see it a little bit here with people with multiple, and they've talked about it. Uh, we People have discussed it previous too, and just like, okay, these are the first moments, but now having the badges there, it really just helps, it makes it a lot easier. I mean, honestly, I mean, I think if you don't value it right now, I think down the line when you're collecting a lot more involved into the platform, I think you're going to appreciate it more because it just saves time. Now I'm just looking at it, Daniel Tice here. Oh, that's his. You can already see it. Now let's look at Kyrie. Okay, which was Kyrie's first rookie, his debut moment for Top Shot. So much more easier. Boom, right there. Just look at it, and then and if you can't afford that, you can now look into buying other ones, and then you know, and then you can now go into and maybe invest into this moment here, so that one day you can get that moment, just because it's that ease. I don't know, I just like it. I just value it. People may think people may think otherwise, but I think it's just a nice, aesthetically pleasing. Not just that, but it saves a lot of time. See, like other guys like this that are more, for example, like Chris Paul here, you can just go and you can just be like, all right, this is his first moment. Cool. Done. Easy, simple. Why do I want to buy that? Now you don't have to ask questions. You don't have to ponder about it. But yeah, other than that, that's my video for today. Like, that's my thoughts. As far as the badges, I think they're really cool. I know that the market is, not reacting the way that everyone thought that there was going to react. But I think that the reaction was already there already. And I think down the line, people are going to value this. But yeah, other than that, thank you for watching. This is Mr. Mugen, and this is the Mugen Market Watch with our NBA Top Shot 101 series. Please subscribe if you haven't. Leave a like and hit that bell notification button, as all of that goes a long way to help this channel. I'll see you in the next one. Mugen out. Peace.